Hey friends, it's story time. Remember last week when I read you the book called The Grouchy Ladybug? And I told you that this week we would read a book called The Arctic Caterpillar. Whoops. And we talked about books like The Grouchy Cat or Ladybug. Would those be called narrative fiction or informational? Do you think there's information in a book called The Grouchy Ladybug? Remember the ladybug who wanted to fight everyone? Wanna fight was what she asked every animal she saw. Do we think that's a fiction book or informational? That's right. It's fiction. It's make believe. It's not real. But the Arctic Caterpillar, this is a real book. It's called informational. And you know it's informational because we're going to find facts about it. Facts in this book. So they're going to be facts that you guys need to be listening for because we are going to make a list of some of the facts we find. Okay. So the summer sun is back. It melts the frost in the distant north. On a rock, an egg hatches. One day, the small bug will be a moth. But can he get bigger before winter comes? The rush is on. The caterpillar munches as much as he can. He works fast, but the cold is faster. He must prepare for winter. First, he finds a spot between some rocks. He spins a thin sack of silk. See, there he is, by there. He's going to spin some silk. Next, he does what most animals cannot. He freezes like a block of ice. This is how he spends his long winter. This is how he survives. Well, that's a fact, right? He spins some silk and then he freezes. The summer sun comes back. The frost thaws, and so must he. He inches out and rests on a rock and basks in the sun. The rush is on again. He has just 1 month to get bigger before winter comes. It is now time to be a moth. He works fast. Or is it time now to be a moth? Sorry, he works fast, but the cold is faster. He basks, he munches, he spins, and he freezes. So those are the things the caterpillar does. He basks, he munches, he spins, and he freezes. Another summer is here. Is he ready at last to be a moth? He works fast, but the cold is faster. He basks, he munches, he spins, and he freezes. Summers 4, 5, and 6 come and go. Each summer, he works to get bigger. He does not quit. He works fast, but the cold is faster. He basks, he spins, he munches, and he freezes. Summer 7 is here at last. All the basking, munching, spinning, and freezing has helped him to get bigger. The bug has done his job. The cold is quick, but this time he is quicker. With one last spin and a fast rest within, he pops out as a summer's moth. At last, he flits, flaps, dips, and bops in the Arctic sun. So we're going to talk about some of the facts we learned from this story. Just the facts. Oh, I'm going to move me. Okay, so we're going to talk about the facts. Raise your hand if you can tell your teacher one fact. One fact. What are some of the things this First of all, what happens, right? What happens once? His egg hatches, right? So his egg hatches, then he becomes a moth, right? Well, no, sorry, he's not a bug, the moth yet. He's a caterpillar, right? So the egg hatches, he's a caterpillar. And what are the things he does to prepare for winter each time? What does he do? What were the words? Raise your hand, or you can type them in the chat. So he spins, that's one. That's right. He spins. He has to munch, right? He munches. He freezes. And then he basks. Basks means he lays out in the sun to dry, so and to thaw. So that's what he does, right? So the egg hatches, he becomes a caterpillar, he freezes, he munches, he basks, and then what happens? How many summers? Who can hold up the number of fingers? How many years does it take this poor caterpillar to turn into a butterfly? This poor moth, rather. Into a moth. It takes, right, 7 summers. 7 summers. And then finally, he turns into a moth. Right? So those are some facts. Those are ideas. They're not complete sentences. We talked about how the egg hatches, right? We talked about how it turns into a caterpillar. I'll even write turns into a caterpillar. Then as a caterpillar, right, he spins, he munches, he freezes, and he basks. And then 7 summers, finally, he turns into a moth. Awesome job, friends. So now we know the difference between fiction, which is make-believe, and informational, which is real and it's full of facts. Wait a second. What is a fact anyway? Who can tell me what a fact is? A fact is a statement you can prove, right? A fact is a statement you can prove. So we can prove that his egg hatches. We can prove he turns into a caterpillar. We can prove he spins. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Hi, but that's bothering some people. Munches, freezes, and basks. Then 7 summers later, he finally turns into a moth. Those are all things scientists have proven. So they are facts. Okay? Good job today, friends.